Holy snapping duck shit.
My good mate from Bub and Run Booker joins us.
I'm excited for another great show tonight. Give it the hoot now.
Hey everyone, welcome along to Trackside with Kokpit, brought to you by our wonderful team at GARAGE16, Aaron Lewis and everyone there associated with G16, always supporting us on a Wednesday. Not far to go till we get our speedway fix for most out there. This weekend gets under, we'll talk more about that. Kinser and Booker here to keep you entertained with a bit of laughter. What's happening on around the tracks in the north at the moment? We've got Meeanee joining us in Baypark just around the corner, but as you can see, he is donning the new shirt, a new trackside.
Oh, yeah, the new trackside shirts. Hey, look at that.
Hey,
Woo.
hey Books.
Hey,
Pretty
mate,
cool,
so
alright,
all those people that ordered shirts, they are here. You'll be contacted the next few days to talk about shipping or picking up from us at Tracks. But yeah, mate, it's good to have all the gear here. Great job done by young Karina Annan at Rapid Racewear. She's done a fantastic job, and she's helped out a lot of people out there, with their race gears and overalls and all sorts of stuff. She does a fantastic job. Good communication, mate. But yeah, we've got a few sponsors. We've got the TWS on there, and the who else we got on there? Oh, the Rees Race Cars and FCS Limited. Cammed Up Coffee. That's the coffee cart that pits at Rotorua. Loveridge Electrical, old Brett Loveridge. And of course, our mates at GARAGE16, we can't forget them, can we, man? You know. So yeah, but it's mate, it's getting close. I got to go to practice on Saturday. Went live for a bit of the people to see, and man, just the smell of those cars and those engines and the sound, mate. Nothing. It really gets the heart pumping, doesn't it?
Yeah, it just tells you, Books, how fast really the off season has gone. Like I said, and you said, I think last Sunday, the local track for me just down the road at Waihi Beach got underway with a few locals turning up there and a few people running cars. There's a few tracks that's been doing a lot of practicing over the last few weeks, green sheeting as such, and everyone's just amped. And we're fortunate enough to have a few tracks get underway this Saturday and Sunday. But like you said, mate, I think we got some great feedback from your coverage out of Meeanee on Saturday. Just like you say, the fumes, the smells, the roar of the V8s. Bring it on.
Mate, it's good. I'm going to stream tomorrow night's practice live for everybody as well. We've already spoken to Regan out there, and he said I can come out. He's more than happy for me to do that for people, just to give them another bit of excitement for this weekend where it all starts. A few tracks starting, mate, but just as you've noticed, people still, I'll just mention it again, Kin, the on our posters, the stop the bullying, see it, say it, stop it. It basically means if you see someone saying something that you know is not right, then just say to them, hey, it's not okay. Don't attack people like that on the social media or whatever, being an official, a driver, a track or whatever. This season we need to be positive. I was just talking off air before with Marco, and we're saying, and I say, you see it when something happens in our sport, the whole sport joins together as a family and supports that person. So why not, let's just do that all the time. Let's take out the bad shit, take out the abuse, and just be supportive all the time, We have our old feud. Families have feuds, mate, but you move on, and that's what we need to do as a sport. It's in every sport, but let's start somewhere. Let's start with ours this season. Let's just be positive and have fun with it, kids, and if you see someone bagging someone or telling lies or whatever, just say, hey, look, that's not okay. You don't need to do it. So yeah, that's just our message, mate.
Oh, 100%, Books. You're on the right track there as well. We need to do something and bring some positivity. We need to enjoy ourselves with the upcoming speedway season. What we need to do also is get our bums on the seats and support a lot of these tracks, because yes, we are all fully aware times are tough. Financially, everyone's been doing it tough. So if you do have a bit of extra cash and a bit of money saved, go along and support these tracks. They would love to see you trackside to watch these meetings that they all put on, because there is a lot of work that gets done behind the scenes. Now, let's talk quickly about, obviously, hold on, let me change this over to there, that one there, and bring that in. There we go. That's better. So this is what's on this Saturday. Obviously, Ocean View, which is down in Wanganui. Nelson, top of the South Speedway. Beachlands, way down the bottom of the South. Auditi Park, and also Coke and Woodford Glen as well. And if you get a bit of a fix, Rosebank Speedway on the Sunday as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tracks getting underway officially this coming weekend, mate.
So it begins, mate. So the travelling begins. I bet you there's a few that are about to hit the road this weekend and get out there. They're travelling, the likes of your Wayne Ottens and that. They get it like and the Blakes Speedway. Yeah. I mean, those guys get around, don't they? They'll probably be on the road this weekend doing something, I would imagine.
Oh, 100%, Books. They'll be out and about, if not already. Hey, Hans, good to have you on the show. I thought I'd give you a bit of a shout out since you jumped in nice and early. Mark Goodman, Wayne Otten, Steve Spot. Happy new season, guys. Yeah, looking forward to it. Mike Harvey, Ian Wilson. Looking forward to seeing his young fella Jack out there on the track. Evening methanol sniffers. That's Wayne Otten. Brett Torben as well. Evening to you. Hey, guys, nice haircut. Did Kins do it for you? Oh, teasing you.
Man. Yeah, finally cleaned myself up, about bloody time.
Yeah, like Mark Goodman says, "Ooh, flash, all right." Loz from Oz, hey Loz, Ricky Riwiri, good to have you on the show. J. O'Brien, bringing on Saturday. Yeah, rolled on for Whanganui Speedway. Samuel Ashton, I know Samuel's birthday's just around the corner too. Yeah, keep that on the down low.
He'll probably be celebrating that with old. Who's that famous singer, mate?
Ed Sheeran. Wayne Brunton, kia ora whānau. Can almost smell the fumes in the hot dogs. Amron Arpere Broadhurst, Wayne Stewart, looking forward to it. Wayne, he's out at Meeanee. Bevan Giltrap, Richie Mason, Jason Coley, Carl Carpendale, who's over there in Fiji, mate. Good to see you and your lovely wife enjoying yourselves. What do we got? Who else we got here? Loz, g'day, Loz. Marcus, Kelly Tid. Good to see the Tids out there in their mini stocks doing what they do. Evening to you and your family. Cam Jar. Richard and Trudy Aldridge. Cody. Aaron McKenzie. Hey, old Macca.
Hey, I tell you what, kids, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I was going to say, so there's somebody out there they're watching tonight and they remember having a conversation with myself and Kins last season about sausages and bread and something that we'd like to do. We can't remember who it was that we spoke to about it. If that's you, can you message us?
Yeah, we'll be talking about something. Look, we've got something big planned.
We've got something big planned, yeah.
And someone kind of says, "Oh, mate, we'll give you the bloody sausages."
Yeah.
But we can't think who the hell it was.
Yeah, so if you were the one that talked to us about sponsoring some sausages and some bread, please let us know, because we are racking our brains and we can't remember. And we've got something very special in the works this year that we'd like to do for everybody out there on Speedway. If you are the right person, please contact us. And sorry that we forgot that it was you.
Yeah, can't remember who the hell it was.
Because we talk to so many people all the time, don't we? It's and like I put a post on my Facebook the other day. I said my memory's like an etch a sketch these days. I shake my head and I forget everything.
Hey, Pete Rose, bring on Saturday night here. That's just a couple of weeks away, mate. And Hartley, Daniel Chalk, Mike Hugh. Well, we better get into it, And we better catch up and bring in our first guest for the night, mate.
Absolutely.
Because I've been sitting there nice and quiet and peaceful, and I see Melissa has arrived now after being a speed demon in Tauranga on the road.
Yeah.
And it's the first little chat with us. She's joined with Marco from Baypark Speedway. Melissa, Marco, welcome to the Trackside with Kokpit. How are you two?
Yeah, we're good, thanks.
Yeah, good, mate. Good to see you, lads. How are we doing?
That's awesome, mate. That's good. Good to see you. Glad you made it nice and safe, too. Melissa, don't have to put their foot down too hard, we hope. Starting the season off early for you tonight, eh?
Oh, it never stops.
Melissa, welcome to our show. I know this is something new and it's a first for you as well. And look, and how we've been talking is how we're going to do the show. We'll have some fun. We'll have a lot of laughter. Marco is used to this type of stuff, but on the other side of the camera being interviewed, he's a bit bloody nervous. So don't worry about it. You'll be sweet as. You'll be all good.
Should have just left the bird on my shoulder. Would have been fine, I'm sure.
Well, we saw him fly through before. He wanted to get his 10 minutes of fame, you know, the little birdie, eh?
He's the real star of the show, let's be honest.
So just first, Melissa, what's your role at Baypark? What do you do there?
So I'm the Speedway manager. So I sit under Bill Buckley, who's the promoter, and I run the Speedway for him.
All right. Marco, what do you do, mate?
Yeah, so main job is marketing and pretty much doing anything that I'm asked by Melissa, just getting my hands dirty and get in there, and of course commentary on the night and helping set up the place.
All right. Melissa, does he listen?
No.
I love your honesty. I love it. Hey, let's talk about the off season. Most of the tracks that we've spoken to, we've been doing the whole promotion over the last couple of months down in the south. We made our way up to the north. What's been happening in the off season at the track there, Marco? What's been going on?
Yeah, it's been a really busy off season. I guess we're pretty lucky. We're fortunate, thanks to Bill, to be able to work Speedway full time. But that means there's a lot to do and a lot to live up to as well, to make sure that we actually provide really good events. So we've been really busy. The team is actually a lot smaller than what most people think. Melissa runs a really good team, but during the year, it's just her, myself, and of course Malcolm that are doing everything. He's on the track, and Melissa's in the office, along with myself, and just the three of us get everything done that we need to.
So it sounds like to me, is it like a bit of a full-time gig you guys are doing at Baypark Speedway?
Yep, we both work full time. Fortunately, we have a little bit of a break over the winter, so we're obviously quite busy through the summer months. And then we have a little wind down period where we both go and have holidays, and then we're back into it.
Wow. Not many tracks kind of have that capability within the organisations up and down the country. You'll be one of not one or two around New Zealand, I would guess.
Yeah, I think we might be the only track that has two full-time employees, actually. Yeah, we're very fortunate to have Bill, so yeah.
All right. Rodney's doing a good job. Rodney does a good job at the track. Look, that's been noted for some time. Rodney Wood. We know he's done like 1 million laps around that place, and he goes way back to the street stocks from the early Baypark days. Been very successful in everything he drives, and he's got his son Cole coming through. But you know, the positivity that you get from someone who knows the track, is a racer, obviously, that must just fall into your favour, because the feedback over the last few seasons has just been outstanding.
Yeah, but something that Melissa figured out early too was the track was one of the important things of the whole show. So.
Well, the track is the show, really. At the end of the day, you can throw as many sparkles as you want around the place, but if the track's not right, the show is not right.
Yeah.
Rodney's actually, there's a team around Rodney as well. So we've got a gentleman called John Edwards who comes over from Matamata to grade the track during the week. So he, funnily enough, never been to Speedway, not interested in coming to Speedway, just loves grading the track. So he comes over and grades the track. Yeah, bizarre, I know. And then Rodney looks after it. Rodney and his team, which is that consists of Rodney, Carl Hanlon, and another gentleman called Rodney Dawson. So they come in from about, depending on the weather, maybe Thursday, Friday, Saturday morning, and they do the watering and the rolling. But it's actually, the team is bigger than a lot of people think. So quite a few hands in making that track what it is. So, but they all do an exceptional job.
And on top of that, we've got Malcolm Buckley as well. He's in there all the way through the week, just getting all the machinery and the equipment sorted, and anything that he needs to do right now. He's putting in new concrete pads just to make sure the track doesn't flood this year. So
we're very lucky in the sense too that we have, like I've noticed watching a lot of live streams at other tracks, because I don't often travel. We have a lot of machinery that Bill provides, tillers and rollers and tractors. So we've got a lot of arsenal to help us get that track right too. So it's a great combination, eh, Mark?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I suppose the top end of the scale too, it's the volunteer workers that come along and do their little bit from when it all starts, and when they got to prepare for a night meeting. They're there till most probably the end. If they're not there cleaning up, and you've got the big club rooms, there's all those people that make the machine roll as well. It's the volunteers.
Oh yeah, we couldn't do it without them. And I don't micromanage anybody in the venue. I just say, please do your job and do it well. And we have the most exceptional team on race nights that works for us. You know, Roger Bailey, our clerk of the course, he kind of deserves a bit of a shout out because he's amazing. He's just calm and he just gets the race programs through. And, you know, all our reps, everybody on the ground, the team is amazing.
And we're right at that point too, where this is where the team gets bigger and gets larger. So the volunteers are all meeting up and coming in. So our reps are amazing. Roger's amazing. We've even got people that come in and help me during the day. Everyone pulls their part, but without any of them, Baypark just wouldn't open. That's the truth to it.
I think that's how it is right round, isn't it, Kins? You know, it takes more than just a person done that at all the tracks, and your track shows it, the people you're acknowledging, and we've heard this right through the stages of interviewing all the tracks as we go around, and there's just such a great team of people in this country that are putting so much time and effort in to produce something that we go and sit on our bums on a Saturday night and think, oh, that was cool, but we don't take into fact just how much effort and time goes into it. So that's sort of why we want to say to people, you know, put your bum on the seat and go and see it, because the effort that's put in by these tracks to produce something for us to watch, our biggest thank you we can say to you guys is put our bums on the seats.
Yeah, and that's what we all need. I believe myself that we do have too many speedway tracks running at one time, and I think that we're all suffering for that reason. And I'm in Tauranga here. Just over the Kaimais, we have Kiki and we have Huntley, and then we have Rotorua that's an hour away. And then just 2 hours away, we've got Waikaraka and we've got Western Springs. So we're trying to spread our fan base across way too many tracks. And I don't know what the answer to that is. Well, I do know what the answer is to that, but I don't really want to announce that on live stream because we might get a few daggers thrown in my back. But I do see that as a problem, actually.
Yeah, I think you're on the right track. I'm just wondering if also if it is that we have the calendars are so full for the season for everybody that you could probably still have the tracks if you move the calendar around so the tracks weren't fighting against each other all the time as such big events all the time at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we've worked really hard this year with especially with Western Springs and Kiki because we both run open wheel classes. Yeah. I mean, there's enough stock cars around the place that we actually can share those amongst tracks. But let's say the midget class, for example, is so small. You have to work together because they have to stick together, you know, for all of us to be able to show. You can't split them across. You can't split the midget class across two tracks because we're all going to have a half price show, and that's not how you promote a show. So, so we've worked tirelessly, haven't we, Marco, to try and make this calendar work. However, you know, I do worry about the cost of living. So some of it to go, oh, well, I'll do this, and then I won't do that. So it's just, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think that's going to be a big part of this season this year for the whole country, I think, is that our costs and I think we're in a bit of a recession at the moment countrywide, and it's going to make a difference. That's why I think it's so important that we try and get people to put their bum on the seat if they can, because it keeps that track going. The bums on the seats is what makes the track keep going season after season, and it's not just the cars going around. It's bums on seats at the end of the day make it all happen, eh?
Yeah, and then we've just announced our ticket pricing, and it's gone up a little bit because we're in a council-run venue, so it's a lot different for us to be able to. We can't offer $10 tickets to adults. We just can't do it, you know. So a lot of people don't really understand what some privately promoted speedway tracks have to pay and what we've got to go through to be able to put on the show for people. So we try and spread the word, don't we, Marco?
Absolutely.
It's tough for us. It's really tough. We just, again, like I said, we're just lucky we've got Bill. Yeah.
I'd like to sit in and really talk about the in-depth behind the scenes. So the actual person who goes and watches the speedway, especially at Baypark, get to totally understand what really happens behind the scenes. Look, there was the talk around the council side of thing and a whole lot going on. We had Rodney Wood on the show a little while back, but I don't want to go there with that.
From this weekend onwards, so practice obviously. But yeah, so what Melissa wanted to do or wanted to achieve was have 12 good events, 12 great events, not any sort of like mediocre events in between. That way we're offering the premium show to people when they do come and see it. And there's some big ones on our calendar this year, including the New Zealand Super Saloon Chase, and hopefully that class is growing as it was last year, and it's going to be a good one. We've got the North Island Sprint Cars back again. The World Midget Series is also happening. The Bill Buckley Classic. There's just so much this year. Every meeting's pretty exciting.
Yeah, now let's talk about that. Obviously, as you quickly mentioned there, Labour weekend. Look, it's a big, long weekend. We know the amount of tracks, everyone from the big city, also the beach and everything else like that. But there's the opportunity to go along and watch on Speedway as well. If it does, by some stupid reason, rain, you can mark off the 27th, which is a Sunday, to go along and watch. Let's talk about the 2nd of November, which will be another big one. Sprint cars, midgets, super saloons, mini stocks. But what brings the family to the track? It's the fireworks.
Yeah, absolutely. The fireworks extravaganza is always a really big show, always pulls the crowd. We're already selling tickets for it at the moment, so people are interested. And that night in itself is going to be big. It's the first night the Super Saloons are back on track, and the Bill Buckley Midget Car Classic. It's an event we wanted to put on to sort of thank Bill for everything that he has done for Speedway in general, whether it be Baypark, Western Springs, him as a driver, him as a rider. He's done quite a lot, and we want to do it while he's here and he can appreciate it. So he might even be making a little cameo. You never know. You'd have to be there.
How cool is that, Booker, though? You know, we've heard that quite a bit with the tracks that we've spoken to. They've gone back to reflect and think about those who have given so much to the sport of Speedway. And they just get great at night to celebrate them. You know, how cool is that, eh?
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was talking about before, you know, about how we come together to celebrate these things, and we should do it more often instead of being so negative about things. And I think it's fantastic. There's so many tracks around the country that we've spoken to that are doing that same thing. They get someone and they have a night for them, and I think it's fantastic. Absolutely. 100%.
End of November, May 23rd, we're back into it. The F2 midgets get jumped into this. I see mini stocks there as well. The Super Stock Thunder Series. Raw the Super Stocks around a big track on the 23rd of November.
Yeah, thanks to our good mate Horse. It's getting really involved when it comes to the Super Stocks at Baypark. Himself, Melissa and Trevor got together and really wanted to get that series and pick it up and make something of it. So we're pretty happy. We're stoked to be part of it. And so we're going to be doing round 2 in November. They're expecting about 60 cars to travel to the 3 tracks. So it's going to be a sight to see at Baypark for sure.
Yeah, look forward to that, mate. Moving into December, the Bay of 20 features something I'm familiar with from many years gone by. Super Saloon South Pacific Champs, but also the Aotearoa F2 midget title, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. So the South Pacific Championship's one of the longest running events on any Speedway calendar. Goes way back to Gray, obviously, Trevor Gray and Judy, that started it way back at the old Baypark track. It's good to see that it's still happening and still alive and well for Baypark and the Super Saloon guys. So, you know, it's really important for them, so that's there. But on top of that, we wanted something special for the Formula 2 midgets. It's one of Bill's classes, and the class just provides good, hard action racing all the time. They're a good, solid group that travel, and they came to us last year, so we wanted to do something special, and we're going to give them our own version of a title since they're not a Speedway New Zealand class or be able to get it. So the Aotearoa F2 midget title is going to be a pretty good night, pretty exciting. We've got a good schedule lined up for it, or a format that we'll put together, and should be one to see.
Yeah, I've got some fond memories of the South Pacific Champs way back in that old track, actually. I still got the old programs hanging around here somewhere. Actually, I still got the old T-shirt, would you believe it? I remember the Varroa with the design and the ICI auto colour. Look, now I'm talking my show, my bloody age here, mate.
Yeah, I'm too young to remember that sort of stuff.
Hey, after everyone's enjoyed the Christmas festive side of things, you can go watch the Bay Superstars on the 28th of December, but also Bay 51 Spectacular on the 30th of December. What a way to see out the year 24.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's the Midget World Series, of course, that working alongside with Western Springs. That's going to be happening, and it's starting to grow again. It's starting to come back. So international midgets, we've already announced 3 of them. There's still 2 more drivers to announce. Of course, Zoe Pierce is going to be represented. Be good to see a female behind the wheel again. And we've got Logan Seavey. I mean, just him and himself, a 2-time Chili Bowl winner, multiple USAC champion. He's come in, and the 2 to be announced are still quite big names. So can't really say anything right now, but in the next couple of days you'll be able to see.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. Marco, everyone. But on the Bay Superstars, we've got the Hokie Ashby Superstock Memorial. Of course, young Jack Myers won that recently in what's his or Slater's car, right? Back
Thomas's car,
yeah, Thomas's car. So yeah, you'll get to hear that raw again. Have a break, a good break actually. We don't get back into it. 25th of January, the sprint car 30 lapper midget super saloon stock cars. It's the Bay Piston Cup.
Yeah, absolutely. Bay Piston Cup, and what a Piston Cup it was last year. So hopefully it'll be a little bit different and not too many cars on the fence. The lads were just saying last time they came, just what it's like to watch sprint cars at Baypark. It's something extraordinary. So, and you didn't even get to see a feature. So hopefully this time we'll see a feature when you come along. So the Piston Cup always attracts a good crowd and a good field of drivers as well. So
and the format's pretty cool, isn't it? We do the World of Outlaws format for it.
Oh,
so
wow.
yeah, it's quite a cool format, something really different, and it's awesome.
Awesome.
Oh, twisted by bloody arm to come up like that, no. Oh,
every time we talk to a track each week, we seem to get our season gets bigger and bigger.
Race the champions too, like a couple of seasons ago. During that, the top 6 drivers that were in there were all former New Zealand champions from all over the country. We had Jamie Duff up there, we had all Jonathan Allard, Michael Pickens, just running their top 6. So it's a great race to see. The format is cool, the knockout format, but one time you've got to work to get to that feature.
Massive, and what I like about all the work that you've done, because this is the big one, obviously in February. It's the only meeting I see here scheduled for February. It's a 2-nighter. It's the New Zealand Super Saloon Champs, and he's standing in the background coming to join us, Regan O'Brien. Not too sure if he's already registered to race there since he's got a bloody Super Saloon.
Yeah.
But you've got some former Superstock drivers. No doubt they would come and race at the big track. That is going to be a big weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. And everybody wants to get their number 1 on their door, but they have to take it off a Baypark driver first. And it's not the number 1 for quite a while. And of course, Carling's won it the last couple, and Sam Waddell just right up there. But I've got a funny feeling it's going to stay where it belongs.
I love that confidence, boy. I love that confidence, eh?
But you know, he's right though. To try and beat the Cowlings on that track, let alone young Sam. And
oh, come on, he's proven he can go to any track and still win it.
yeah,
So
I know.
And a long history of it too with Baypark, and it's something.
Oh, well, Morris has got no hair, so he can't pull it out or anything like that. We're just there supporting his boys, you know, just one of those things. 6-shooter Predator Series F2s. You've got all that happening as well. You got the HF Stock Car Gold Cup. Just heaps going. It's going to be a massive weekend. So.
And that Predator Series is another thing for the 6-shooters, working alongside with Paul Smith of Waikareika Park, just to make something special for those guys. So double header for them should be pretty good. And I think we've got some drivers coming up from Christchurch as well for that. So it should be good.
Cool. And it'll be a big weekend. It should be massive. I remember going to watch Baypark NC Champs for years. North Island Sprint Car Champs. So you get a little bit of a break and a breather. Well, maybe not you two in particular, but some of you do. But the North Island Sprint Car Champs is going to be another big meeting. If this guy could be there, he would be. But because he loves the sprint cars at Baypark, it's going to be massive.
Yeah, and we're hoping that we put it where we put it is going to work for us and work for the fans as well. So it's a week before the actual New Zealand Championship. So maybe some of the drivers from the south will be up in town, and it'll be a great place for them to actually see what the competition is going to be like. And we're expecting quite a big field for this one. And come on, sprint cars, Baypark, it's going to be pretty awesome.
Mate, you can't beat those sprint cars at Baypark. I can tip you. If anyone out there watching, you want to see something spectacular, you go there and you'll be hooked. Trust me. I only went to one meeting, sprint cars, and that's me. I'm done. They just blew my mind. Fantastic at Baypark. I was just
another one. Who wins that one as long as they're not American?
Yeah, just incredible. Absolutely incredible. Still blows me away when I think about it, you know. Just yeah.
We can't quite believe it either, you know. We've never I come from Western Springs. The track was considerably smaller than Baypark, so it's quite spectacular watching the sprint cars at Baypark.
I was just sitting there though, Melissa. I was thinking they're coming down that back straight, and I'm thinking you're gonna have to slow down in a minute to go around that corner, boy. Nah. Boom, gone. I'm like, This is
And
awesome.
I've asked them prize giving too. Like, are you suicidal or something? Like, some of those gaps you're taking are just not there, and you're doing them at speeds that are just absolutely crazy.
Yeah,
It's
that
amazing
night,
what they do.
that particular night Booker was there. He's got memories of Rodney and Cole going, toe to toe. The 51 and the 41 father and son just doing it there. Hey, we'll move on through to Bay Mayhem, end of March. Bay Plenty Chance, Sprint Car, Superstock Rumble, F2 Midgets, 6-shooters, and mini stocks.
Yeah, another event that's been around for a while, the Rumble, that always attracts good drivers from all over the place. And of course, this one's dear to the Superstock guys, so it's good to be able to keep it there. And another night for the F2s and the 6-shooters to be able to show their stuff. And we'll probably throw in the Bay of Plenty mini stock champs too that night. So
Wicked. And then it comes to the summer Dubai. Is that right, Dubai? Have I got that right?
Yeah, Rico, Melissa's son actually named that one. So obviously, you see, we use the Bay in all the titles. So instead of Derby, it's the Dubai. But it's a smash and bash.
I like that.
Because we don't have to pick the stuff up for a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah.
Love it, eh? Love what you're doing. Look, all the events there as well. You can go along and check it out and jump on. Get it over there and click that little button.
I see
there.
we've got some in the comments here too, Kins. Old Brad Lane, Mr. 1NZ Modified, keeps saying, when are the modifieds coming back to Baypark? He said he'd be there in a heartbeat.
He keeps me about that, but we have 8 classes that we've got to try and fit into the calendar, and he's come on, Melissa, modifieds.
I'll keep trying. I'll keep trying, Brad.
Yeah, Brad, there you go. See, he reckons he'd be there in a heartbeat, hey? That'd be something spectacular to watch from the Kins Brad Lane on Bay Park. Holy heck.
Oh,
How fast he goes on a small track. Imagine the bloody legs he'd have on that. I think Pops used to race there, didn't he? Pops and Foxy did each other on there.
That's what I'm going to talk about. That's the biggest thing that people remember with modifieds. Look, it's Jamie Foxx's last season. It's his farewell after hundreds of years of racing up and down the country. They've got good memories of Jamie taking on Brad's dad, Scott Lane. Just toe-to-toe, high, mid, low, high, mid, just racing each other. And that's what you're talking about, Books.
Yeah.
Modifieds at Bay Park they just blew me away. But yeah, one day, Marco, mate.
We might come back if we do an invitational. Wouldn't that be spectacular?
Wow.
Oh, why not?
Hey.
Until then, there's a look around.
Why not? Trivia. What class had the biggest field at Bay Park at their first ever meeting opening? I wouldn't have a clue.
Is that a history question?
Is that before us?
Yeah, is that before us?
Yeah, I'm not too sure, Dave. Hopefully someone's answered that. Might have been Super Saloons. I'm not too sure, mate.
Who's asking that? David Thomas, is it?
Yeah, there was a massive meeting way back then. Hey, Ethan Whitaker. How you go, mate? Multi Bay Park, there's Brad Lane. He's still talking away. Madu Goodley, Evening Camper, Councillor, and Cockpinions. Everyone watching. Everyone's just picking on each other for being a bit late. Hey, Jace, Mr. Pitts TV.
There's some good accolades coming here for you guys too. People are showing their real appreciation of the hard work and hard yards that you guys are putting in. So it's good to see that come through in the comments as well. So some nice comments here.
Melissa Edwards has spoken about Marco and Melissa. They've done an amazing job, bringing Bay Park back to how it was. So that's credit to you two and your team as well, So it's good to get their good feedback out there. Superstocks was the biggest field, I reckon. Oh, yeah. Okay. So there we go. Bit of a update there on how things are going at Bay Park. Anything else you lovely people want to say to the viewers that are watching? You touched on briefly the tickets have gone up slightly, but is there anything else they may need to know?
Well, we've got the pay-per-views coming back again, so we will be live streaming some of the events, well, most of the events actually this year, but we'll have all that information going up shortly. But no, just come and check it out. You know what I mean? If you haven't been to Bay Park for a while, come and check it out. It has changed. The vibe is great. The positivity is there. The racing's amazing, and it's just somewhere you've got to check out. If you haven't been for a couple of years, come and check out how it is now. And I promise you, you'll have a wonderful time.
Yeah, man, you won't regret it, especially if you're going to a sprint car night. That's for sure.
Yeah, I just think for the fans have to remember, just be positive. All of us work really hard to put on a great show, and we try our hardest. And just everybody, just stay positive for all of us, for the sport.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. And the fans too, they're important to us. That's why we've got that fan zone. That's why we created that fan zone.
Yeah.
So that there was somewhere for them to get that interaction with the drivers before pits close, and be able to see them up close, and just have a little area to vibe before you go through into the stadium.
Yeah.
you just got to. I think they just got to remember that if something happened, that's not done on purpose to wreck your night as a fan. You know, you've got to realise that these two people here, that all week they're putting the time in. They don't purposely go and make something go wrong to wreck your night. You know, whether it be weather or whatever. So just take a breath. I like to say, engage your brain before you open your shit mixer. So, and then you'll be right. You know. So, but yeah, that's because that's what we're on this year about the being positive, me and Kin. So that was well said, Melissa. We're a big part of that, saying, you know, don't get on them straight away. You know.
Yeah. All of us too. All of us. The sport needs it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're 100% right. We need to be positive, you know. And hey, the Busters will always be there for you, Superstock teens fans out there. No doubt, Kerry be doing many decades now, racing bloody teams as he does. And hey, go out there and support them. Get behind
Even the Bulldogs done good last year. They were very positive coming out of nowhere. They were not bad.
I had a great bunch of lads too. These guys that got that team up and running again, and they're excited about this season. Hadley Dixon, so we're going to work with him and maybe get some stock car teams racing at Baypark, just for something a little bit different. Cool. So, yeah, up the Bulldogs and go those Busters.
Hey, love it.
Everyone loves the Buster, right?
And on that positive note, we'll leave it on that high. Look, Melissa, not a problem. You were sweet as on the show.
Me usually.
Hey, yeah, Booker and I both look forward to catching up with you both. Trackside at Baypark, we'll be there for sure and come along and introduce ourselves again, and look forward to the entertainment that you and everyone else that works behind the scenes puts on for the fans. And you've done an amazing job. Keep it up, keep smiling, keep that positive energy, and hope it all goes well with the upcoming season. We thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah, no, thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Keep up the good work, and really appreciate it.
Cool
We'll see you. Put you on the back of the sprint car, maybe Rodney's.
Hey,
right. Yeah, done. Yeah, well, I'm from Pyro. Rodney's a Pyro lad. Yeah,
There's a chicken on that wing.
oh, see, now you've done it. You've done it now, mate.
Okay, thanks, Steve. Have a good night.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Bye.
Yeah.
There we go.
Awesome.
Another club doing a lot of makings, you know, like they just fantastic. Hey, I'm loving all the clubs are so positive this season building up to it, aren't they? Every club is spoken to. And now we get down to the lucky last club we talked to this season. Well, before the preseason. He's gone. He dropped. He'll be back in a sec. He'll get his internet sorted.
Yeah.
We'll have a yak while we just wait for Regan to come back in. But yeah, we're just about to add Regan. Oh, there he is. Quick, bring him in before he drops again. What's he doing?
Oh, internet's not that great out here.
Go on your data, it'll be better.
Yeah, I am.
Oh.
Yeah. Nah, all go now, though. All go.
He's a bit jittery. Oh, there he is. Where's he gone?
No, we're here.
Oh, you're cutting in and out, mate. You might want to go by the door or something. Maybe you're just outside to get a bit of...
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can. You're just cutting in and out a little bit, but...
All right. I'll go outside, but it's a bit dark.
Oh.
That's all good, mate. We'll still see the shiny chrome head, so you're right.
That's right. I'll go outside here. But these guys here don't have a home. They don't have a home to go to. Look at them. Fine. I'll go out here. Here we go.
It's dark.
Yeah. No, we've just been out to Speedway having health and safety meetings and all that tonight. So all just not long knocked off.
Oh.
So yeah. Just about live out here these days.
Yeah, well, with the new job, mate, that's it, isn't it, eh? So
you
guys have got everything signed off ready for the practice tomorrow, have you?
Yep. So we had our first practice was last Saturday, So that went off it was did one in the morning, then one in the afternoon. So that went off real well. I think we had about 70 competitors here, so it was pretty good.
Yeah. Well,
And then obviously our third one tomorrow night, kicking off at 6:30. So yeah, come on down.
All right. Mate, before I really get into the Speedway season ahead for you and everything you're doing out there, I know Booker's been out there. He was out there on Saturday. How the hell did you spot me in the core stadium on the other side and get that bloody photo at the grand final, mate? That was hard case.
These things are good, bro. Nah, I seen you put a photo up on Facebook, and I was like, where's that logo up behind them on the top left-hand corner? I'm looking around the stadium, looking around, and I was like, there it is. And I called it turn 4 you were on, and I was on turn 3. I was right opposite you. Yeah. So got my phone out, zoomed in. I was like, oh, look at that. There's Santa over there. Yeah. I know. It was a good game, though, eh?
Right.
Yep.
The atmosphere, the hype of that was just next level. The whole thing was a good thing. Yeah, everything. Yeah, it was really good.
The light show and everything that they do, it was just out the gate.
Yeah, it is. You know, we can sit here and talk about that, but I think I've got the bug like you, mate, and my grandson's Poppy, can we go next year? So
yeah. No, it's definitely good. I wouldn't mind going again next year. It was better than last year, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't even care what teams are in the finals. It's just the hype and the atmosphere. But anyway, let's get to the opening night, 27th, Sunday. Of the long weekend, mate. East Coast Sidecar Champs, Super Stocks, TQ, Street Stocks, Stock Cars, Super Saloons.
Yep. So, start off with a bang. Side Chairs missed out on the East Coast Champs last year due to an accident. So, we're running the East Coast Champs from last season, opening night this year for them. So, then they still got a trophy to run for last year. So, we'll kick off with a big bang this year. We're going back to Sunday night. There was a few people because we clashed with Palmy last year. So, we're going back to Sunday, how we used to open. So, no excuses for people not to turn up now. Palmy Saturday, Hawke's Bay Sunday.
Yeah, well, I was one of the ones that wasn't going to be able to get there on the Sunday, but I'm going to be coming back Sunday morning just so I can go to Speedway and bring my grandkids to Speedway.
Nice.
Good man.
Hey?
Yeah.
Hey,
it should be good.
Yeah, it's going to be good. Talking to kids and families, mate, they love it. The fireworks night on the 2nd of November.
Yep. So last year, this year we've actually signed up to Flick It, so you can get your online tickets, because last year we had to shut our gates about 20 minutes before the meeting. So this year, if you don't want to miss out, get online to Flick It and buy your tickets to get in, because we would have had probably 5,500, 6,000 people here last year. The lines were right down Meeanee Road. It was a good 20, 25 minutes to get in at about a 10k cruising pace in the car. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So it was good.
It's crazy what the fireworks do around the tracks that we've spoken to, Books. You know, we've seen it many a time, and families turn up, and some of the fireworks are done a lot more earlier, until traditionally over the years gone by was always the last thing at the end of the race. Half the kids are bloody asleep, mate. They're fast asleep.
So will you this year as well, Regan, like most tracks, set the fireworks off as it sort of gets dark so the kids have a chance to, because sometimes leaving it till the last minute, the kids get too tired.
You said dark. It's I think around 8:30 this year the fireworks has gone off. So that's it's getting dark. What are we now? 8:15. She's dark out here. So 8:30 the fireworks will be going off, and then you can take little Johnny home, and round 3 of the racing will kick off. So
cool. That's a cool idea.
Get it over and done with early for the families.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it's all about. It's all about the kids. It's all about the kids.
Yeah, mate. Harder. Take little Johnny home, like you say, and then save a bit of money, bring them back with a mini stock, and you'll be all good for the upcoming youngsters. That's the way to do it, mate.
Yeah.
Hey, club night.
That's it.
Yeah, club night on the 15th, and Saturday 16th, you got the V6 wingless sprint cars. You've got the Boy Girl Challenge finals, production saloons, City of Napier Super Saloon Classics. So it's a big double header that night, 15th and 16th of November.
Yep. Yep. So the 15th is a club night, and it's also the qualifying for the boy-girl challenge. And then the finals is raced on the Saturday night with the wingless sprint cars. And what are they? Six shooters. And then also we're doing a new championship with that City of Sales Super Saloons. So that's a new one for our club. So hopefully we can build on that over the next few years and make that quite a big meeting.
Wicked. Hey, Super Stock Teams race. This will get a big crowd. Everyone loves watching the Hawkeyes. On the 30th, you've got the Stock Car Teams race, Super Saloons, TQs, Street Stocks, and Mini Stocks. Holy hell, what a big night.
Yep, so another good night. So the Hawkeyes are working with getting a team to race against, and then so is the Maulers. So if we can have a double header on the old teams racing, and it's I think we didn't get one teams race here last year, so it's been a couple of seasons since we've had one here in the Super Stock. So yeah, it'll be good to have the boys back on the track out here, teams racing in front of their own home crowd and sponsors.
Wonderful, mate. Couple of meetings gets underway in December 14th. You've got the Ramp Derby, again, Super Stock, Stock Car, Street Stock, TQ, Sidecars, Mini Stocks. And just after Christmas, the city and the Super Stock Classic Saloons, Super Saloons, and the full class of Mini Stocks, Production Saloons, TQs, and Street Stocks, mate. 14th and the 20th of December.
Yeah, it's another good month in December. It's leading into the old Christmas time, and a lot of people have got workshops and all that sort of thing on. So put on a good couple of meetings, and then we can kick back, have a few beers and a saucy for Christmas, and then we're back out here again in between Christmas and New Year's.
Mate, talking of the New Year's, and Booker would actually enjoy this as well. We talk about the memories of Speedway. This is going to be massive on the 3rd and the 18th. It's a Friday, Saturday the 18th. It's celebrating 60 years of Speedway. That is going to be huge.
Yeah, no, so we've done that this year. Obviously, Meeanee Hawke's Bay Speedway kicked off in 1965, June that year. So this season's a build up to our 60 years, which is June next year. So a couple of weeks ago we had a nostalgia night here. I wasn't here, unfortunately, because we're sitting in the grandstand in Sydney. But, man, it went off, apparently. There was over 150-odd people out here for that. And then, obviously all our Hawke's Bay champs are going to be the 60-year anniversary meeting after January. So it's going to be a good couple of meetings, those ones, and we're hoping full classes and a packed house.
Right, when I think of your surname, O'Brien, it's been associated with their track. There's a lot of history there, but it's not just only yourself. It's a family. There's so many families that's been part of this track over 60 years.
Yeah, we've got obviously with us, my old man raced, and then and my dad's uncle, so my great uncle, he raced, and then cousins with they bloody light. Oh. I'm back. I'm back. With them, and then you've also got there's the Dorwoods. I think they're in their 4th generation racing out here now, and their dad and their granddad race TQs, and they're in stock cars and mini stocks, and then you got the Pens. So the Warners, it just keeps going on. So that's cool. Yeah. Yep. There's so many families out here now that have got their 3rd and 4th generation starting to race. So 60 years. Barris Cleaners, he was here when it originally. It's not long after it started, and he's still here now. Yeah,
I remember seeing that car at the recent New Zealand Champs at Meeanee going around in the parade and everything too. That's a great name. And of course, February, you've got the Street Stock GP, and obviously the Hawkeyes get ready for the big Palmy teams. Then you got the Demolition Derby on the 15th, so a couple of meetings there in Feb, mate.
Yep. So February's always a busy month. Once again we've got the Street Stocks, the GPs. So at this stage I think we've got it in at one night. All depends on entries. We do have, I think it was the week before, they've got the New Zealand's in Auckland, so we're hoping to catch some South Islanders on the way back. And then obviously the week before teams. The Hawkeyes, I think, are wanting to have a hit out, so it'd be good to do that. And then that's February done and dusted, especially with 240s in between and team champs and all that sort of thing. Yeah,
definitely. Meeanee 60 years, Kiki 70 years, Woodford Glen is 50 years. Thanks, Dave, for the update there, man of knowledge. So it's just great to see these tracks up and down the country celebrate in style as well. And if you want to go
Yeah.
check it out, January, Meeanee, definitely one place to be for 60 years. Mate, March comes up. 4 meetings for that busy month. The North Island TQ Championship, which will be huge. The Superstock Autumn Nationals, which is always massive. And the big one everyone talks about is the East Coast Peterberry stock car teams.
Yeah, Peter Barry's. What a meeting that was last year. Some of the best teams racing I've seen in a while with the stock cars. So that was awesome. And then once again we've got a TQs again for another championship at Meeanee. I think we've had one just about every season for them. But boy, are they putting on some good racing with their full classes of 20 odd cars, and so that'll be another good night. Yeah,
There
another
really
good
has
month.
been some fantastic
Big month.
racing over the last few seasons with the TQs. They really have put the show on, haven't they, when they've been there each time?
Yeah. I looked at getting a TQ a couple of seasons ago. I thought, it's time for a TQ, until they started rolling down the back straight. And I thought, no, I'm not getting a TQ. They bounce too high, man. I'm out of that. So, yeah. But they do some good racing. I think opening night we're going to have a full field of TQs. Yeah.
What are we? Are
So,
we going
yeah,
to see a?
it's good.
Are we going to see a certain saloon there on opening night?
If I don't wreck it tomorrow night.
Oh, he's out tomorrow. There you go, people. We'll be live streaming that tomorrow night. We'll see Regan
Yeah.
on his first hit out in the saloon.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can put it in the trailer on one piece. Yeah. But no.
Yeah. So
Nah, that'll be good.
how you feeling about that, Regan? Because we know you like to use your bumper. You've been in the bumper class for as long as I can know, but jumping into a super saloon like many other super stock drivers seem to move to, are you prepared for it, or is it a bit more nervous compared to what you're used to racing?
I'm nervous as. I'm like this. This is me. I said on Saturday, they're like, oh, how come you haven't got your car here for practice? And I said, mate, if I'm going to wreck my car, I want to wreck it in front of a crowd, not nobody. Like, But yeah, well, I look at the front of them and they're all just little thin pipe, and I'm like, man, I'm used to these solid bumpers. But hey, I'll just cruise, man. I'll just cruise the pole, and I'll be like a Sunday driver. Hey, there's my daughter.
At least you're doing it and you'll be out there, hey, and that's a good thing. And, and you love being a granddad as well. You're enjoying the moment as well. You love it. Mate, April 5th, 18th, and 19th. So on the 5th, you got the East Coast Street Stock Champs, Super Stock Cars TQs, East Coast Production Saloon Champs, Sidecars, and Mini Stocks.
Yep. So round off the season with the East Coast Champs. Easter's late this year, so by then it's getting cold. Like we're sunny Hawke's Bay, but that time of the year it's gets pretty cold on the old head in April. So finish off the year with a couple of good meetings. Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll be good into the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the 10th of May is where you wrap it up with the all classes, but that's to be confirmed at this stage. So just keep an eye on the website and everything else, the Facebook page as well. So there you go. There's the website. Have a look at all of that. Everything you will need to know will be on there. Mate, just talk us briefly through, Regan, ahead of the season starting, obviously Labour weekend. What's been happening in the off season, mate? What's been going on there, track preparation wise, and everything like that?
Yep. So we've added quite a bit of sand to our track just to help the water get through and hopefully keep it all bound together, and so it doesn't rut up. And practice last week actually stayed together quite well. There's also we've had an upgrade on our stands. We've gone and put all new boards. Well, not all new boards, but we placed 35 boards on the napier side and given the stands a bit of a spruce up with a paint job. And the start-finish box over there, we had an old referee stand that used to stand up there. We've cut all that down and just been tidying the place up, and given it a good general tidy up. And the boys and girls have been putting in some good efforts over the last 5 or 6 working bees we've had. Thinned out a little bit last week, but Bathurst was on, so I don't know why everyone stayed home and didn't come to the working bee, because that was way more interesting than Bathurst.
yeah. Hindsight, if we only known.
Yeah, I know. So, but yeah, no, it's been good off season. You know, we've had old Peter Black and Mike Mack have been out here and doing new drains, and you know, we've done a new safety wire around part of the safety fence, and yeah, it's been good. Yeah.
Awesome, Regan. Mate, and the other part of this is obviously all the volunteers that turn up there as part of the running of the track when they have a race meeting, mate. You can't do it without them, mate.
No, we had like I say, we had our health and safety meeting tonight with a majority of our volunteers, and we would have had probably 60 people sitting in there. So, if it wasn't for those 60 people to turn up and put their hand up and help with the club and that, we wouldn't be racing because 5 of us can't do it. So yeah, it's been a great help, and it's good to see them all coming back for another awesome season.
Yeah, I was quite shocked on Saturday, actually, Kinser, a person stood beside me by the club rooms there in his new official attire, and I couldn't believe it. It was bloody Drew. I said to him,
yeah.
I said, you know how to punch the parents when they have a go at you.
Yeah. Hey, it'll be interesting to see what happens when he has to bring his son up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He probably will punch him.
Yeah. You'll see Andrew get thrown out of the office.
Yeah. It's actually good to see that.
Yeah.
Because his family's been around the Speedway quite a bit too, as Andrews, and it's good to see the progression where his kids have come through, and now he's himself progressed to be an official and help the club out too. I think it's great how we see, we're talking about families and generations coming through. We're seeing that progression too, like yourself, Regan. You've progressed through now, and now you're the club president as well, and stepping up, and your family stepped up huge last year for the New Zealanders, along with so many others, and it's all about those same families turning up week in, each way out, and still just, even when they're not racing, still committing to more and more stuff to help the club out. And that's what's the best thing about it since you've gone club run, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, the amount of people that have jumped on board since we've been club run has been it's been awesome. It's been overwhelming, actually. And you do, like you said, like I've stepped up into president. I've nearly done 30 years of racing here at Meeanee, and I was out here when I was 5 when my dad was working on the tow trucks before he raced. And, and you got Mike was out here as a little kid, and the Todds and the Dorwoods. So if we all step up now, then Speedway will still be around when our grandkids are coming up through the mini stock ratings, and and then hopefully my kids will follow through, and when I'm too old to do it, they'll step up, and this is how Speedway will carry on, and sooner or later we'll be celebrating 100 years of Meeanee Speedway. But if none of them do step up, then we'll only be spending 70 years of Meeanee Speedway, and then there'll be no more. So we need our younger generation, as much as you get given everything at high school and at home, they need to step up and help our club, so then it can be here for their kids. And that's just how it keeps going, Got to give back.
And it wasn't too bad for you to step up too, was it? I mean, like James Buckroll did a fantastic job for all those years and the commitment that he gave to the club. And he's still there too, isn't he, helping the promotions, is he?
Yep. So he's still floating around. He's still helping out in the background. He did an awesome 10 years. We've put all new lights in through the pits. We've done a heap of upgrades over the 10 years of him being president, and I just want to build on from that and carry on and start, upgrading everything as well, and just keep turning this place into an awesome place to be at, and hopefully the younger ones all watch us do that, and then they want to be part of it in the next 10 years, when they're in their mid-20s and early 30s.
Yeah.
I want to be like one of those old guys at the nostalgia night, walking on in with me walking stick at 80 years old, going, I used to do that because, my grandkids are now running the place or something.
Waving your stick going, you young fellas don't know.
Yeah. You don't hit like they used to. Back in my day. Yeah. So it's cool. I'm really loving and enjoying being tied up with the promotions and president this year. To be honest, I've actually enjoyed it more than getting a car ready to race, to be honest. It's been really exciting, and it's been really cool. Learning every day.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I think the club is moving in a great direction the last couple of years since they've gone club owned. I think it's been fantastic, Aikens, you know. We experienced
Yeah.
that at the New Zealand's last year. We were all us guys there for that, you know, and doing what we wanted to do, and it was just fantastic. I mean, and it shows something I noticed when we did the New Zealand's. I talk about this a bit, is that, you know, you talk about your nostalgic night the other night and the milestones that we were achieving with the 60 years and stuff. When it rained at the New Zealand's, we were halfway through or quarter way through doing our interviews with the drivers, and we decided to go into the club rooms and we started to talk about the history of the club and the stuff on the walls and stuff. And the numbers that were streaming, watching our thing, went up, not down, with an interest in learning more about the club and its history. So it shows what people really think of the Meeanee Club. You know, they stayed on board to hear more about the history of the Meeanee Club. But Wanakins, it just, the numbers didn't drop, they went up as people were more interested in hearing us talk about the history of Meeanee.
Yeah, yeah. That's cool. There's all the old photos and that, and all the names on the wall and all that from years ago. You know, I sit there and read some of the names, and you know, Michael Long and all that. And I remember being a kid on the stands cheering him on a solo bike, and you know, it's all those sorts of things. And then you look at all the old photos, and you know, you look at some of the cars, and it's cool. And then with Tony Derrick and Ben Derrick, what they done was an awesome job from all the photos I got from Ross Heppel. And that was only, I heard that was only like a quarter of what they got. It's just unreal what they have of all the old time. You know, it's cool.
It's
really
great
cool
that we had the technology out there to be able to get those photos back. You know, they bought a machine that turns your negatives into bloody digital photos. You know, I think that's just incredible. It's great that they could save those two guys have saved, and it must have taken them. It must have spent hours and hours. You know, and that's more commitment there from Tony Derrick. I mean, how long's he been racing? You know, I mean, shit, he goes back a few haircuts, doesn't he?
Yeah, no, he would have been back here in the 50s, I'd say. I got to ask Tony. Actually, I'm gonna ask him, and I think Ben done most of the work, because Tony's not that bright. He wouldn't have been able to do any of that. Yeah. So yeah. Nah, it's cool. It's cool.
Awesome, mate. Hey, and like Carl Carpendale says here, love your work, mate. Proud of what you're doing. Proud to be a Bay car, and everyone can be proud to have the B on the car, because when you got people like Regan driving it with the passion and the love, you know, you can't beat that. Mike, any chance maybe racing some solos there one day, mate? Maybe.
Yeah, I think to be honest, I know last year they turned up at the meeting, bloody got rained out, but I think this year Davey's been asked to put solos on a couple of meetings as like an invite, because I don't think they've got many places to race in the North Island. No. But yeah, if we can get a good, 10 solos or something like that and put a good show on, yeah, definitely would have them out there, start of the meeting, something like that.
Awesome.
It used to be such, solos used to be, I mean, I remember back, they used to be such a powerful class, didn't they, in Speedway? I mean, me growing up in Palmy, it was huge there, the old solo bikes, and coming through to Meeanee and that. I mean, I don't know why and I suppose, I don't know, people got scared of motorbikes, maybe, I don't know, but I mean, it used to be, and the sidecars too, I saw a few sidecars out there on Saturday practicing, and yeah, man, they were going for it. That was, they would have been loving that track, because like you say, Regan, it was holding together nicely.
Yeah. Oh, you can't beat solos and that smell, man, of them bikes. So you still, sit there, close your eyes, think about it when they're doing the wheel stands off the start, and you smell that smell, and you're just like, I just wanted to watch solos just to smell that. Yeah. Maybe that's why my hair fell out, just sniffed it too much or something.
Bevan will be in Napier for your book, so he'll be there on Tuesday next week, mate. That's Bevan Gilgore, so he'll catch up with you. Nostalgia night was massive, Michael.
The good feedback on that night, actually. A lot of people have spoken to me about that and said, I didn't manage to get out there, unfortunately, but I wished I had now, but shoulda, coulda, woulda, a lot of that.
Yep. I know. No, it was a good night. Yeah.
All right. Well, Regan, mate,
no, it was awesome.
Yeah, we look forward to the exciting season down there at Meeanee, mate. And like Booker touched on briefly, how the track looked after him and I. during the New Zealand Superstock Chance, which was one of the longest in its history. But hey, we
Yep.
got there in the end, and we appreciate everything the track did for us to be part of that and get it out to the viewers and promote the event. So just thank you on behalf of us here at Trackside and Kokpit Media for what you've done for us at Meeanee for that meeting.
No, it was good to have you here, and it was like I say, the more we can get those sorts of things out to the public that aren't here, next year makes them want to turn up. Hey, so what you boys do is an awesome job, and you're more than welcome down here at Meeanee anytime you like. And Kinser, always know where you are, mate. So, I got an eye on you, boy.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
Nah.
Sweet as,
Awesome.
Regan. Awesome, bro.
Cool,
Thanks
man.
for your time. I'll see you
Cheers,
tomorrow
guys.
night there, Riggs.
Yeah, I'll be here. I'll be the one parked in turn 1 up on the wall. Go. Cheers, boys.
It is,
See you,
bro.
mate.
Thanks. See ya.
Always
There we
good to
go.
catch
Always a
Regan
laugh when we
O'Brien.
talk to Regan, isn't it, eh? Always a laugh.
Uh,
Oh, well,
s-
we hope you guys and girls out there enjoyed that tonight. It was a bit of fun. It'd be interesting to have a good talk, I think, forever, Bay Park, about the ins and outs around that in the council, wouldn't it, Kins? That might be a show for a proper sit-down show, maybe, where we talk to them about that sort of stuff. But interesting. But I suppose the biggest takeaway, I suppose, for us, or for me, Kins, for our whole series, is every club stepping up this season.
right.
Every club has stepped up massively to make and bring us such a great spectacle to watch. And I think for me, the biggest appreciation we can show is go and put our bums on the seats, go buy a ticket, and it takes to run a meeting for us to go and watch. People would have no idea. It's 20-30 grand for them to run a meeting just for us to watch it. So if we don't put our bums on the seats, they can't keep running those meetings, So some of us might complain about, oh, it's too expensive a ticket price. Well, don't have a couple of pies for a week or something, chuck those cigarettes in the bin. Something, I don't know, but yeah, show your appreciation for the time and effort that all these volunteers and people put in to get these tracks ready for us who are showing the excitement now to go and watch, mate.
Exactly. Look, those are the big speedway tracks, the NZ official ones, and the question's going to come up: are we going to catch up with the small tracks, your little CTR A tracks? Yeah, we will catch up with them. So it just doesn't stop here. We've done the south and the north. We will travel around as far as Taipa. We'll head down to the bottom of the south and catch up with the small tracks, because they all deserve the recognition on our show and get out what they're doing at their tracks. So yes, we will be catching up with them and enjoying the time, and like Booker said, just to reiterate what Booker said, hey, if you can get to a track and it all starts this weekend, there you go. Saturday, Sunday, Ocean View, Nelson, Beachlands, Woodford Glen, Auditi Speedway, then you got Sunday Rosebank. Get out there and support them. It all starts this weekend. Some are still practicing, but yeah, like we say,
I see.
we'll get out.
I see. James Buckle just said, "We don't tell people not to eat pies." I thought, yeah, of course. Yeah, well, just don't buy Coke with your pies then. That's it. Buy your pie, but leave your chips and Coke behind.
yeah, that's right. Then, but yeah, do what you got to do. Get to the track, and we'd love to see you there, and we'd love to catch up with you trackside. So come and say hello to us, and we'd love to have a bit of a chat with you. And like we said at the start of the show, there was someone we met in our travels that was going to look after us with sausages. We've got something
We've got
planned.
something big planned that we want to give everybody out there, or do something for everybody out there. And we spoke to someone about sausages and bread, and they were going to help us with sausages and bread, but we can't remember who it is. So if it was you we spoke to, feel free to contact us, because we'd love to do what we want to do for everybody out there. So yeah, it'll come back to us eventually, hopefully, Kins.
Hey, we do thank Melissa and Marco, and also Regan for joining us tonight. Meeanee and
Melissa.
Baypark Speedway. Yeah, so that wrapped up the whole gig for tonight. No, it wasn't the Mad Butcher. I only just caught up with him recently. No, it wasn't him, unfortunately. Yeah, but we'll catch on more guests next Wednesday. But we do thank you, the viewers, that continue showing your support every Wednesday from 7:30 through to just after 8:30 now. We have fun, we have laughter, we enjoy ourselves, and the last word I want to say really is be positive during the speedway season, and
Yep.
you know, really
Yeah.
enjoy yourselves.
Just be
That's-
positive and just think before we speak. You know, it affects more than just the one person you attack when you attack someone. So just be nice.
There's just
have fun.
one more last thing I want to say. Just thinking of our mate that races online with us, ET. You and your whānau at this time, bro. I know you're doing it tough. He's been on the show with us way back in our early starts when he spoke to us about winning a championship on the sim. But mate, we're just thinking of you, Evan Taiaro, the Taylor whānau. So
Yeah,
there we go. I think that'll be a
100%.
wrap for
Yeah,
today.
mate. Yep.
Oh, just one more thing.
Oh.
Troy Adamson's got his new Facebook page. His new Facebook page used to be Palmerston or Superstocks. He's got the new races page that's going
Races
on.
Edge, I think it is, or something.
Races Edge, yeah, Races Edge. I better say that slowly. Racers Edge. Yeah, and that's it on Facebook. Give it a like, give it a follow. I just see Tyson's jumped in, so yeah. Wicked. Cheers, Troy. Cheers, everyone. Take care. Be safe traveling to your speedway track this weekend.
And yeah,
Enjoy
watch
next
tomorrow
week.
night. I'll stream the practice, some of the practice, and do some talks to some people tomorrow night in the pits. So if you want to see some of that tomorrow night, tune in from, what do I say, 6 o'clock, I think it starts out there. But yeah, keep an eye on our page and I'll go live and do some chatty chats.
Chatty chats.
Chatty chats.
That's me. I'm gonna go and have a chit chat. I'll catch you later. Cheers.
And I'll be contacting the people that have bought shirts off us too, so we'll organise that for you. But thanks, everyone. Have a great week. Enjoy your weekend. If you're travelling to Speedway this weekend, be safe. Look out for those idiots on the road. And remember, the track's for racing, not the roads. So enjoy yourselves. Be safe, and we'll see you all next week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Holy snapping duck shit.
My good mate from Bump and Run Booker joins us.
I'm excited for another great show tonight. Give it the hoot now.